Hi guys, my name is Cami Blankman and this is my Module 3 reflection video. So the first question and asked for our assignment is describe your thoughts after watching the videos about the internet has driven change in the lecture from Professor Wesh. So after watching his video about how the internet has changed, like it is so true. Like I can remember or like just seeing how the internet has affected our culture today. Like you can learn so much just from being on the internet and being on social media and reading all these articles and listening to podcasts on the internet. Like there's so much the internet has done for our generation today. So that would be like the primary message I would think of the lecture was how Web 2.0 technology and the internet and even YouTube has affected the way we learn things and our generation has learned things today. And I can relate to basically almost everything he said in the lecture. Like I can remember when I was growing up, like not even having like iPads or YouTube or really much internet or social media, and now when I'm subbing or like teaching in a class, like first graders know how to go on YouTube and make videos and go on social media accounts and do all this other stuff. So it has basically like really affected how we learn and see things today, and what implications or stuff that I could see for the future as a teacher. I could just see, some kids maybe reading or seeing things on the internet that may not be true, or they want to recreate a video and it may be really dangerous or something. So there may be some struggles or downfalls to, as a future teacher, how the internet will be used in the future. The next question, number 2, describe the podcast I listened to. The podcast I listened to was called Less is More, and it was about 10 and a half minutes long, but it was basically focusing on teachers providing less material and it being more effective. This was a really great podcast to listen to because I related to it a lot. Basically, like when I learn something and a teacher just pours out so much information, it's hard for me to grasp on and take in all of it and keep it all in. But when a teacher provides less material and we go over in depth, then I obviously know it a lot more, but it varies from student to student. So this was a very great podcast for me to listen to and relate to as being a future teacher, not making the students feel overwhelmed. For the next question, it asked, what are ways that Web 2.0 technology like podcasting, blogging, wikis can be used for in the classroom? I have actually done this as a student, like where we created an actual website in like a technology class, and we actually blogged every day we were in there. We kind of had a journal and we just blogged, so it was a great learning experience, and we could share it with other students, so our other classmates can know more about us, and other teachers can know more about us. So that was really great, and I can maybe see myself doing something like that in the future if I taught an older class or an older grade level, just creating a blogging site where the students can just blog and we can learn more about them. Next question, should social media networking applications like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, etc. be allowed in the educational environment? I think it should. I think it could really be beneficial depending on what age they'll veer out, but I really think it could be beneficial. For example, like I just changed my major to education from biology, and when I was in Wichita, I followed a lot of biology accounts, such like Wildlife and Parks and other stuff like that, so I knew what they were about and what all they did and what their job postings were. So I think it could be very beneficial. Like you can have your students follow a certain account and you can learn more off of that account, or have them study that account and see what all they do and stuff. So I think it could be very beneficial in the educational environment. For my question number 3, which cloud-based bookmarking tool did you use to utilize, and what were your thoughts after using it? I used the Google bookmarking. I've always used it, and that was one of the 7 best bookmarking ways. It's very simple and easy to use, so I can just click the star at the top of the page, and I can have folders for which site I want it to be under, or for like which classes, and I utilized that a lot last semester. When I was finding different educational websites, I would just bookmark it and put it under the class, and it was super easy to find after that. So those were my thoughts after using it. It was very simple and easy, and it's just what I'm used to. So this is my Module 3 reflection video.